Hey guys, Boy here, and today we'll be talking about a very small and underrated feature that can help you increase your efficiency and chances of winning a match of Dota 2.
Disassembling and locking items is something that feels more like a quality of life feature, but there's a lot of intricacies and high level plays possible with it, so I'll walk you through some very known ones and very obscure ones. The first one is related to Octarine Core and Shivas Guard. If you don't know, Shivas Guard is one of the only items in the game that had a recipe and can be disassembled. Knowing that, heroes that build Octarine Core and Shivas can use that for a multitude of reasons. Let's say you're an Enigma that decided that Shivas Guard was a good item this game. You can disassemble your Octarine Core to cast Shivas, pushing lanes faster while always disassembling the item back to Octarine Core until you have gold for both items. Heroes like Alchemist, Lashtrack, and other intelligence cores can also benefit greatly from knowing this. The next one is very recent. 3-3 during a professional match was playing Sand King, and while he wanted to get an A on disc to not get easily bursted in fights, Sand King is a weird hero. A lot of A on disc heroes like Tidehunter and Enigma care more about their disable than their damage. In this game, Sand King was kite behind, so he didn't want a situation where he ulted and the A on disc procced instantly, cancelling the damage. His solution was not completing the item and just leaving one of the components locked. After the ult, or when he felt like he was about to die in a teamfight, he could then complete it and run away. While this only works one time, since A on disc is not a disassembled item, it's an amazing tool to have. The next one is relatively known. Sometimes you're struggling with map control and you face a situation where you can buy a rapier, but if you don't get it at that time, maybe you won't be able to use courier afterwards since the enemy team will be controlling the secret shops. What you can do at those times is buy a demon edge, lock the item, buy the secret relic, and this will allow you to farm lanes and play normally, but in case you get ganked, you won't drop the rapier in the ground. Whenever you feel like an unavoidable fight will start, you can merge the items. Or if you end up getting Roshan, you can try to leverage the Aegis plus rapier power spike to win the game afterwards. If you're playing a hero that builds either Octarine Core or Bloodstone, a great tip if you have enough item slots is to not build the soul booster. If you look at the stats, you get the exact same stats as the normal items, but if you had an arcane boots prior to that, you will lose the extra regen it provides. When you add the fact that you can drop your point booster and regen even more mana, it means you're losing on a lot of efficiency. So unless you're slot deprived, do not get a soul booster, guys. The last trick we're talking about is fairly simple. Nowadays, it's not uncommon to see ODs and other ranged heroes going for Aquila. Not only the item gives a lot of early damage and armor, it serves a second purpose as well. Ring of Aquila can be disassembled, which means that you can still get the mana regen part of Aquila while finishing a Hurricane Pike later on into the game.
While this one might seem very small, never underestimate how 500 gold can change the game. 500 gold can be the difference between die without buyback or winning the game.